Welcome, folks. I am John Najarian, and this is 3 at 3. 3 at 3 every business day. We try to bring you the unusual option activity that we have found, and then you have to decide if it's appropriate for you to make an investment in any of these stocks. So please do not take this as a recommendation, but rather as us pointing out what we have done and/or are doing. With that said, let's get started with February 16th, 2022, unusual option activity. Well, we had one in this one back on the 1st of February, and then again today, Upstart. You've seen the massive move, 30% move in the stock. Today, early on in the session, we noticed Upstart calls being bought in big numbers. 14,000 of the February 150s. So just out of the money against where Upstart was trading at that time. They were mostly bought for $2.80. Now, if you had followed that trade today in Upstart, you won't be surprised by this. The stock ran to the upside further, and those calls went from a low, which we did not get, of $2.14, we got $2.80. If you look at that little highlighted area on the right side of your screen, you'll see that they traded all the way up to $7.15. So I thought this was a good example, not just an example of John patting himself on the back again. I do a lot of that, I know, but also an example of that one-to-one spread that we do, especially with something that expires in just a couple days. So we bought these calls this morning with the intention of selling an upside call against them. By the time we even got around to looking at that possibility, they had doubled. They went from $2.80 to over $6, like that. So we took 50% off, because that's an example I always give you guys. If an option doubles from $1 to $2, or in this case from under $3 to over $6, we take 50% of the position off. So if you made $3 50 times, that's $15,000. Pull half of that money off the table, let the rest run a little bit, sold the other against the other 50%. I sold calls at the 155 strike and took in over $4. So what did that mean? It means basically that I put on that $5 spread between 150 and 155 for a credit of $1.30, I think. $1.20, $1.30, something like that. You might say to yourself, how's that possible? How did you do that for a credit? Because I legged it. I didn't do it at the same time, folks. So as these calls ran, we liquidated, meaning sold 50%. So we sold a 50 lot of those calls. 50 times 100, of course, is 5,000. 5,000 times $3 is 15,000 profit in our pocket. So then with the other 50 contracts, I sold the 155 calls against it. By selling those 155 calls, as long as I do that one-to-one, I have no upside exposure at all, but I do have a potential windfall, because if by Friday or into the close Friday, this spread is over, or the Upstart is over 155, then not only would I get something that I paid $2.80 for here and sold for over $4 here, and that's that $1.30 I'm talking about as far as a credit for putting on that spread, but also that spread would be worth $5. So in total, that spread could, along with the credit we took in, $5 spread, and you put it on for a credit of $1.30, means $6.30 on the other 50 lot. That would be over $30,000 in profit on that side of the trade. So now you're kind of getting, okay, maybe I see a little more why John loves these spreads so much. But anyway, just wanted to kind of highlight that for you. This is a live trade today. And as you see just moments ago, the calls were still trading for $3.35, purchased for $2.80 4 hours ago. Bang. Encourage you, all of you who are interested in crypto, to go to Crypto Convo with me You can watch it at Crypto Convo, that's CryptoConvo.com. And you can watch all of these conversations with, for instance, the CEO of Ledger, who is Pascal Gauthier. You could watch the conversation right there on the website, CryptoConvo.com. Thank you. Keeping an eye also on the yields to let you know the yields have moved up. That's when I was on little over a week ago down in Puerto Rico, and the the 10-year was 192.7. They are now 2.03. So $2, 2% interest plus just this much more. So we're going to keep our eye on that, as I've told you. Players Championship, if you'd like to get on the list, the wait list, because it's sold out. If you'd like to get on the wait list, 888-809-8058. That's 888-809-8058. You can still get on the wait list. You cannot purchase additional unless you happen to call and there happens to be an opening at that very moment. Other than that, they are sold out. So if you'd like to get on the wait list and attend with Tom Lee, Kathy Wood, Steve Ehrlich, Tony Dwyer, me, AJ Monty, my brother Pete, along with Bill Johnson. I mean, we've got a great 4 days, 2 of which will be live trading. The others will just be partying and having a good time. And it's 5 nights at the Hyatt in Jacksonville. It's a very luxury event, and we were lucky enough to get it when another firm sort of bagged out because they were afraid of COVID, which we are not. We respect, but we don't fear. So thank you. Gold, first of today's 3 at 3. Is this the gold itself? No, this is a stock symbol for a gold miner. So if you go to GOLD, you'll see it's about a $22 stock. 22.26, they bought 6,500 of the 4th of March, 22.50 calls. They're more than 2 weeks into the future then, this week, plus another whole week to get there. So we've got over 2 weeks of trading before these expire. Still, this is in a rapid time decay mode because when you're in those final 30 days, it really accelerates. So they're buying an at the money call in gold, GOLD, March 4th expiration. That's the first of today's 3 at 3. Second one is CF Industries. CF, bullish call roll, stock 75.35. They bought 5,000, that's 500,000 share equivalent of the March 77.50 calls. $2, if you will, out of the money, above where the stock is trading. So we want to follow right along with them, buy those calls or a lower strike. And as it rallies, bang, 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 pile some additional calls against it to cut our risk of time decay and to cut down, quite frankly, on the capital we have to put up to do the trade. Third and final of today's 3 at 3 is Gilead, GILD. Certainly a high flyer during COVID for good reason. They did a lot of good things. Now, and they've got remdesivir, I believe, which is a competitor against that drug I told you about last week, Todos Medical's drug. And Todos has even done better, which is probably why Gilead's been a little under pressure. But at 61.35 might be a deal. We see 9,000 of the April 65 calls, approximately $4 out of the money, changing hands. So what do? We follow along with those folks. We buy those calls or the lower strike call in anticipation of selling a higher strike 1-to-1 against it. At Gilead, 9,000 is nearly a million share equivalent at that 65 strike. I like following big money like that into trades. Gilead, 9,000 April 65 calls. If you would like to learn more about trading stocks, options, or cryptos, please go to marketrebellion.com/get started. That's marketrebellion.com/get started. You can learn all about spreading. You can learn about time decay. You can learn about gamma and delta and all that fun stuff, but we make it easy to understand. We don't just throw a bunch of terms at you to have you floundering out there. You do it all online, and you can still attend classes as well, free classes to you if you're a subscriber, to make you a better trader. And if you need a coach or if you need a mentor, we've got that as well. Go to marketrebellion.com/get started. Well, I'm going to get started. I'm going to head down. I've got a dinner tonight with my friend Anthony Scaramucci and Mark Lopresti. We're going to be talking about a big crypto conference that he's putting on in the Bahamas, April 26th through 28th, along with FTX. So I have a sneaking suspicion my friend Kevin O'Leary, who's a consultant or an advisor to FTX, he might be there as well. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, folks. I look forward to being back with you tomorrow from here in New York. I will be here broadcasting for CNBC on the halftime report tomorrow at noon Eastern. See you then.